So, why bother taking human form at all?
Spirits are really just masses of mana. They can't interact with the temporal world in that state. For a spirit to take physical form, it needs a catalyst of a corresponding element. As an example, the fire spirit of Freak can take form as a blazing inferno.
And as Maxwell, you can be any element, right?
The human body contains all 4 elements, so it's the perfect catalyst for me to take a physical form.
What would happen if you lost your catalyst?
I would gather elements to make a new one, but I'd have to wait for it to grow up.
Grow up? You mean you start as a baby?
It's time-consuming, but if you want to use a human form as a catalyst, you have to wait for the body to develop.
So even the Lord of Spirits isn't omnipotent?
Not in this human realm, anyway.
Let's just be grateful she didn't go with the male model, eh?
Wouldn't bother me.
Oh, you swing both ways?
That's not what I meant. You know that girl we saw in Hamil?
The one with the weird doll thing? What about her?
You didn't think that was odd?
You can't waste your energy on other people's business. All part of growing up, kid.
But she was controlling that doll and shady people were chasing her. That doesn't bother you?
Yeah, plenty of that going around. I mean, just look at ourselves. I think we have enough on our own plates. You really want more irregularities in life? Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, mind you. No one's got a bigger helping of weird than Milla, and she doesn't seem to mind.
Well, that's certainly true. This is your hometown, Milla? It's so normal.
Isn't it nice? It's so quiet here.
Yeah, it sure is.
Pretty weak, huh? I was expecting something freaky.
Hey, come on.
Did you say something?
Oh, I was just wondering if your parents were around.
Spirits don't have parents.
And how were you born?
I took this form 20 years ago. I appeared along with the 4 in the village shrine.
Why?
You seem to have a lot of questions about me.
Just trying to keep Jude entertained. He was complaining about how boring the village was.
Jude, do you crave chaos that much?
What? I didn't say anything like that.
So, all the arts that channel the 4 great spirits don't work anymore?
Yeah, not since the silencing 20 years ago. The power of the 4 disappeared overnight, causing a worldwide panic.
And when did Milla take human form again?
20 years ago.
Wait, are the 2 related?
Yes, that was me. I reserved the 4 for my personal use.
Seriously?
I have no reason to deceive you. Of course, even I can't summon them now, so you'll have to take my word for it.
If you leave an egg in an empty box, and said egg gets crushed, the cause must lie within the egg itself. How's egg principle? It sounds obvious, but at the same time, not so much.
500 years ago, Professor Howe used that principle to deduce how spirit channeling works.
Although, people still channeled beforehand, right? They just didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, since spirits have no apparent physical form, people weren't aware they existed at all. But Professor Howe surmised that something had to be converting the mana from our mana lobes into arts.
And that turned out to be spirits.
Yep, his hypothesis was proven with the discovery of spirits that had taken physical forms.
And because he figured out what was inside the egg, the age of spirit arts was born.
Exactly, although there's still a lot we don't understand about spirits.
Like Maxwell being a busty 20-year-old. Bet even Professor Howe didn't see that coming.
Where'd you go after you left the shrine in Niakara?
That's a secret for grown-ups.
It sounds like you're trying to hide something.
Figured that out, did you? Do you want to ask what I was doing?
If you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
If it's fine with you, then I ain't telling.
You don't want to tell me?
You don't want to ask?
I'm starting to think I'd rather not know.
I'm starting to think you're probably right. Oh boy, that handmaid of yours is a piece of work.
I don't value his temper, but he is quite skilled.
He said he's been serving you for years.
Yes, he cleans up the shrine, he runs errands, always with a lot of enthusiasm. He buys my clothes and arranges them into outfits.
What?
Wow, your handmaid has exquisite taste.
Yes, the clothes are very comfortable. I quite like them.
I don't get it. How could the four great spirits get captured?
Fundamentally, the four are masses of mana. The Lance of Kresnik absorbs mana and apparently is able to store it.
I never thought that was even possible.
Apparently it is.
We have to go rescue the four then.
I do like the pluck, but this might be a case where a bit of pluck will get you a lot of dead. A pissed off med student's probably not a tall order for the group that bagged the four great spirits.
Oh, I guess I haven't properly introduced Elise yet.
I'm Elise Ludus. Hello.
Well, you look like you'll be a fine lady when you grow up. I'm Alvin. It's nice to meet you.
Well...
Don't talk to strangers, Elise. Strangers are bad.
Why is this stuffed animal talking?
Huh? Tipo always talks.
Naturally.
Oh, so I'm the one who's reacting strangely?
Sure looks that way.
I'm arguing with the stuffed animal. How unusual.
Unusual, she says.
Coming from you, Milla?
Looks like our wanted poster is making the rounds at the Sea Haven.
Does this sort of thing actually work?
You tore it down?
Yes, but I can't imagine a poster like this will give us any trouble. Do humans have a different sense of aesthetics than I do?
Well, anyway, Milla tore it down, so we should be safe here, right?
That'll never work. Keep tearing them down and they'll keep putting them right back up.
Milla?
It's nothing. Alvin's right. Even with this terrible likeness, we can't afford to take chances. We should move on.
All right.
Given enough time, they might manage to make a replacement key as well. We need to hurry.
Where did you learn to channel spirits?
Where? I don't remember.
She's just really talented.
Well, that's why I asked. I've never seen a kid with anywhere near your master's level of skill.
Really? I was channeling the four when I was much younger.
You're a special case. Although it does sound like Elise here can channel spirits based on intuition alone, just like Milla.
You're really something.
You betcha. Jude knows what's what.
Remember that you're still a child, though. In combat, you must prioritize self-protection.
Okay.
Milla's just worried about you.
She's right. You be careful out there.
Yes, perhaps that's what I should have said. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Elise is incredible at spirit channeling. Her mana lobe must be far more developed than normal.
That's not true.
But it is. Bet you wish yours was too.
Well, I certainly do. Must be nice to have such a powerful mana lobe when you're channeling, huh?
I guess. I really don't think about it.
Well, you should, since the mana lobe is inside your brain.
Wait, really?
I hear that sometimes the spirits will help themselves to a nice chunk of brain along with the mana, so don't channel too much, or that pretty little skull of yours will end up as hollow as a coconut.
Ah! I don't want that to happen!
Come on, Alvin. Don't scare her like that.
Phew. Ain't that by the skin of our teeth?
I'm sorry. It's my fault that the big man attacked you.
Don't be mad at Ellie.
He was the one who picked the fight. There's nothing for you to apologize for. Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you.
You're a real pal, Alvin.
It ain't every day a treasure like you falls into my lap.
Huh?
Because you're such a gifted channeler, I mean. You know, so you'll be a big help to me too.
Hey! Those
Those are when like
You're...
that.
Hey! Those whatchamacallit shrooms or something else!
It got all smoky. What was that?
Those are smoke shroom spores. Clever monsters will wait until their prey gets near one. Then they'll hit the smoke shroom with a rock and take down the prey while its eyes and nose are clouded with spores. And for its part, the smoke shroom gets to spread its spores over a wider area. When life forms help each other like that, it's called symbiosis.
Oh, okay.
You're so smart! Like one of those monsters you talked about!
So, does that mean people and spirits have symbiosis too?
That's right. Humans give mana to the spirits, and the spirits use arts to help people. It's a perfect example of symbiosis. Well done, Elise.
Thank you.
That's incredible! Ellie's the smartest of all!
You see how that Zhao guy made monsters do his dirty work? Pretty neat trick.
Ivor has some ability to control monsters, but it's nowhere near that level.
I've heard there's a clan in Anjul that knows the secret art of monster control.
I wonder how it works.
Monsters are a pain. They should just learn to talk like I can.
Come now, isn't it easier this way? Would you really want to kill a talking monster?
I guess not.
I would crush them with witty repartee.
That's true. If we could negotiate with monsters, we wouldn't need to fight them all.
But even if they could talk, they'd all be speaking monsterese.
So hire an interpreter who's fluent in this language.
And then it turns out that's exactly what the secret art is.
Whoa!